conducted all the great orchestras of the world.
Maybe,
I guess.
maybe.
Probably. Hard to think of one that you've not.
I may try to find one for you, but I can't think of it at the moment.
He couldn't, then or later. Since Erich Leinsdorf began his career as a professional musician in his native Vienna almost 60 years ago, he has indeed led the finest orchestras of the world. To name a few, the New York Philharmonic, the Los Angeles Philharmonic, the Munich Symphony, the Philadelphia Orchestra,
In January of 1938, when he wasn't quite 26 years old, Erich Leinsdorf came to this spot in New York City to make his conducting debut in the United States. The opera was Die Walküre with Kirsten Flagstad, and this was the site of the old Metropolitan Opera House on Broadway. Things have changed a lot. They sure have. But not that much for Erich Leinsdorf. He celebrated the 50th anniversary of his American debut by going to work.
Now.
His rehearsals reveal an easygoing intensity, an insistence on the best the performers can give, and great preparation.
Sing. If you don't know your music better than the people who are sitting there to play it, you're not going to last very long, or your credit is going to be exhausted in no time at all. Can we avoid the conventional retard here? Because it would be nice, because, you know, it is one of those, what I call the fishing ritardando, fishing for the right tempo. Okay.
What's a conductor supposed to do? Is he like a musician playing an instrument, only the instrument is all these people?
The conductor is a combination of a musician and a football coach. The ability to conduct is not a musical capability, but it is the same in athletic directors or in any kind of coaching or directing which tries to make out of individuals a unified team effort.
Just one time you want that?
No, no, every time.
Every time?
Well, does it work?
I'll tell you
does
why
not
it's
work.
I think you just get it swallowed.
So what do you propose?
Well,
without stopping. The real relationship is a two-way street of music making, a give and take, a constant alternating between leading and following, which can happen 4 or 5 times in a single bar. Scoot! Okay. It is a very demanding profession because no matter how good the people are whom you conduct, you are, as a conductor, distracted for a fraction of a second and something happens. That is one of the mysteries of this profession. I'm referring cello solo and oboe triplet.
To help make it a little less mysterious, Leinsdorf recently led a conductor's symposium for young musicians.
These things work only when you realize that the spelling is still the spelling of Bach. So the string pizzicato, particularly because it is pizzicato, you know, and bassoons and clarinets are to go on with the 16th when the cello and the oboe have the third note. And on the other hand, you are absolutely free to continue to disagree and do it differently. I mean,
Since 1969, after many years of formal affiliation with major orchestras and opera companies, Erich Leinsdorf has been a freelance conductor. He can choose where and what he conducts.
Zu schnell und nicht zusammen, die Hörner. Ich sehe, I see how you turned your page. So don't be nervous, because I can stretch the chord.
This is the European Community Youth Orchestra, which Leinsdorf has led in their inaugural tour of the United States this month. The final concert is at the Kennedy Center in Washington tonight.
L'articolazione della croma lasciamo agli archi, eh? Well, you know, I treat them as fully professional. The only difference is that you have more time. Actually, what I enjoy very much, that you have time to work on detail and nuance in some of these complex works, for which you have rarely time under professional conditions. Now, but it is time that the horns got that fourth note right. I mean, it hasn't been right a single time. I know it's in G, but that's all I can see here printed. I don't hear it. 2 before C, please. But I don't give an inch as far as standards are concerned, and they don't have to, because they are well selected. They are well picked by very discerning people, and of course the first thing they all are after, they don't want this to be a school orchestra. The word youth is meant technically, really, in the calendar terms, people between the ages of and 23. But 23 is early retirement in that particular orchestra. When they are 23, they have to clear out and make place for somebody else. Very fine.
Do you think that you will know when the time comes to retire, to not do this anymore?
I have a few tests. Now, one test will be when I can't manage to take a nap in the afternoon before a concert. I think it will be time to give it up. Because that is one of, I like to go before the public in my best condition. And I will know when I'm not in my best condition. And that, because I find it is completely dishonest to go before the public when you are not knowingly not in your best condition.
Why wouldn't you be able to take this nap? Concern
if
about
my nerves, if my nerves don't respond anymore, you know, because we are working with and through our nervous system, of course. Or as one of my favorite authors says, Hermann Hesse, the artist is like a prism. He must permit the light to go through him. And I think it's a wonderful, wonderful image. And when this prism becomes cloudy and the light doesn't go through you anymore, then I think it's time to hang it up in the closet.
Watching him at work, it's clear to see that that light is still passing through.
Our time is up. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow afternoon or see you tonight.